Today, we're going to create our first Flutter app. We've covered the installation process of Flutter on Linux, including the Flutter SDK in the previous videos. Welcome back to Code Climbers, where we take you on a coding journey, one step at a time. There are two main ways to create a Flutter app, either via the command line or in your preferred development environment. We're going to start by using the command line to get a clear understanding of what is going on when you create a new app. Choose a directory like the Documents directory, where you plan to save the Flutter project. Next, in the Documents directory, create your Flutter project. Type this command to generate your first project name: test app, Flutter create, followed by project name. So, a Flutter project test app has been created under the Documents directory. Now, how about running the app on your desktop? Go to the Test App folder with the command cd test app. Type the following command to see the devices currently available on your computer. Flutter devices. This command will display a list of all the physical and virtual connected devices on your PC. Presently, only the Linux PC is detected. So let's first launch the app on our Linux PC by typing the command flutter run d linux. The app launches in a Linux window and is fully functional. When you are done, type Q in the terminal to close your app. Now, let's test our app on an Android emulator. To specifically see the emulators you have installed on our PC, type Flutter Emulators. You should see a list of the available emulators. If you recall, it is the same emulator that was selected by default when we were installing the Android Studio. However, in order to launch the app on this emulator, we need to boot up the emulator on our PC. Type the command Flutter Emulators launch, followed by device name. With the emulator now launched, let's rerun the Flutter devices. We can see that two connected devices, including the emulator, are now available under the list of active devices. Now, let's relaunch the app on the emulator by typing Flutter run d, followed by emulator name. The app launches in the Android emulator and is also fully functional. When you are done, type Q in the terminal to close your app. The running app will close, but the emulator will still be available though. Now, how about launching the app on a real Android phone? As shown in the inset, let's connect an Android phone using a USB cable to the PC. As soon as you connect, the following pop-up appears on the phone. Cancel the pop-up. Now, even if we run the command Flutter devices, the smartphone might not be detected automatically. If you are connecting the phone for development purposes for the very first time, go to Settings, About Phone, tap the OS version multiple times in quick succession until the message "You are now a developer" appears. Go back to the previous menu, and you will find a hidden menu Additional Settings. Scroll down and enable the developer options. Next, enable the USB debugging and install using USB settings. Accept the security prompt. Additionally, if you are enabling phone USB debugging for the very first time on your PC, you need to accept the PC security key as well. So we have successfully enabled the required USB debugging settings. Now running the Flutter devices command should detect the Android smartphone. We can see the Android phone name is now available under the list of active devices. So let's relaunch the app on the Android phone by typing Flutter run d, followed by the smartphone name. You should see the app successfully launch on the Android phone. Go ahead and play around with it. So, we created our first Android app through the command line and launched it in emulators and devices. In the next video, we shall try to understand the Flutter project structure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Code Climbers for more coding tutorials.